Zel Boy Army, welcome to another video on the channel. This one today, we are looking at the 5 best formations post-patch, the best meta formations right now to give you an edge in Weekend League. I'm going to rank them as well, 5 to 1. What I would say is that all these formations are top tier and very usable. On my stream, and if you haven't seen my stream, by the way, Zelonius Night 2 till 6 p.m. every day. Get involved in the stream. You get to ask me live questions live, see me play games, etc. People have been talking about tier lists. Would you like to see me do a formation tier list where I rank all 30 formations from like S to F tier on FIFA for how good they are? If that's something you want to see, there's different videos you want to see, let me know, because I'm always trying to give you guys the videos you want. But for today's video, we are ranking formations. So for me, number 5, the formation that we're going to pick is going to be the 4-2-2. Let me go to one of my other tactics, because I don't want to mess up my tactics for my actual main team. We'll make a copy of it. Copy 4. So, because I want to show you the instructions and how generally I would use these formations. So here, the 4-2-2. It is kind of a hybrid of the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-4-2, which may make it into this video. May not, may. You'll see. 4-2-2, the strengths of it, you've got the flat back 4, which are good. You get the 2 CDMs. 2 strikers are nice, because 2 striker formations on FIFA 21 are really good, because this game at times can be quite defensive now and hard to break people down. So having 2 strikers makes a big difference. I'm not going to go in depth on what types of tactics you'd want to use on these formations. If you search Zelonius and one of these formations, I have done a video on all of the formations in this but one, and the tactics would still be pretty relevant. I'm going to be posting updated post-patch tactics in the next week for some of these formations after I've tested it out and had time to test it on the new patch properly. But the 4-2-2, generally speaking, you might want to go 4 or 5 width, not crazy depth, because it's quite an attacking formation with 2 cams and 2 strikers. And you might probably want to lower the width slightly just because it's got 2 wide cams anyway. But the 4-2-2, really like it. I think you can put the cams on, come back on defense to help them get involved. I tend to like in 2 defensive mid formations to have one of them on balance, one of them on stay back, and then you probably want all of the defenders on to stay back. But the 4-2-2, very nice. And when I tried it, I really liked it. If you're not quite enjoying the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-3-1, then the 4-2-2 might be for you. It is a very popular formation. So the 4-2-2 coming in at number 5. Number 4 we are looking at is the 4-3-1-2. This is the one out of this video I've used the least this year, but I've seen so many pro players raving about this recently, and with this one in particular, the 4-3-1-2, they're raving about it with the press after possession loss. So this is a very aggressive attacking formation. So if your style's to be more aggressive and attacking, then this 4-3-1-2 might be for you. You probably want to go really high depth, quite a bit of width, and then quite a few players in box. You want the fullbacks probably on overlap, join, or probably balance, not join the attack, probably too much. You probably want them on overlap, just so they get involved in the attack a lot more, because the formation's so narrow with all these players in the middle. It's one of these where you don't really have enough options, even though you've got someone in the middle, if you don't have width. And width's so important on FIFA 21 that you do need to have some players there. So I think you want the fullbacks to get involved with that. And then you get all the midfielders, they get back. The only players who won't really defend much are the strikers. It's one of these. You can pin people in with the high depth press after possession loss. You've got lots of options in the middle. You've got width. It's risky, but the risk and reward can be pretty good, and you can play some pretty good attack in FIFA. It's one of these where you have 8 players in attack, 8 in defense. So if you want an end-to-end high press attacking formation, the 4-3-1-2 coming in at number 4 is for you. Number 3. Some people might rate this higher, and the top 3, I think the top 3 here are pretty clear of any other formations in the game right now. And what I will say about formations, by the way, is that you have to find one that suits how you play. The number 1 on this video that I'm going to pick It's one that I think is just that good. You at least need to try it. And I think it can suit any play style. It is that good. And it just kind of surpasses the others, in my opinion, because of its versatility, so to speak. But this formation now is probably the most popular one over the last 3 or 4 years on FIFA. The 4-2-3-1. It's the most defensive out of any of the formations on this video, but it is just so solid and balanced. It is so well-rounded, can do everything, to be honest, and it's a must-have and must-try on FIFA at some point. The strengths of the 4-2-3-1, it's got the flat back four, it's got 2 defensive mids with 3 other midfielders. They're all going to drop back if you put them on comeback on defense, which is generally the way people play, and they're all going to get involved and defend. And when you're defending, it's so hard to break this formation down because it's just got so many players behind the ball. It's good at keeping the ball because it's got lots of players spread across the pitch. The main con to it, though, is it's a bit struggle sometimes against good people to break them down because you don't have 2 strikers like all the other formations. This is the only formation in this video which doesn't have 2 strikers. And there's a reason that there's only one formation in this video without 2 strikers, because 2 strikers is so good on this game. For this one, I would probably be going 4-4. You could probably go higher width to spread teams out. Probably 4 players in box. And then the instructions, the key ones really are come back on defense and all the midfielders, just to be really hard to break down. So coming at number 3, we've got the 4-2-3-1. Okay. The second one we're going for is my most popular formation tactics videos throughout the year. And for probably since mid-October till a week ago, this was my favourite formation on the game. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll probably know which is coming at number 1. But number 2 is the 4-4-2 second variation. Very similar to the 4-4-2, but I prefer the second variation because you get 2 CDMs. 2 CDMs are quite useful, really, because simply put, compared to the centre mids, they just sit a little bit deeper, but they still get involved and attack about as much as centre mids anyway. So I really like that about the second variation. I like, compared to the 4-2-3-1, you've got 2 strikers. The left mid and right mid do more defending than the cams in the 4-2-3-1, so it's still pretty good defensively. Not quite as good defensively as maybe the 4-2-3-1 because you don't have the extra cam. Sometimes you can get a little bit exposed in the middle. I do think in this formation, because of the 2 strikers and the gap in the middle, we've only got 2 players. You might need a better team, better midfielders to carry it a bit. But it's very good. It is very balanced. It's probably the most balanced formation in this video, except the first one, which is one of the reasons I've ranked it so high. Generally speaking, you can play quite a conservative, balanced style with this, or you can go press after possession loss and up your depth. It is up to you. You can change this formation to suit how you want to play. Whereas the 4-2-3-1, you can't really, it's not that versatile. It's just a solid, balanced, defensive possession type formation. Whereas the 4-4-2, you can adapt it. I would have a creator and a destroyer in midfield. You want the left mid, right mid on comeback on defense. That's pretty standard. So coming at number 2, we had the 4-4-2. Coming in at number 1, though, this formation has rocked the FIFA 21 meta. And I did not see this coming. But it is crazy. The 5-3-2. What a formation. It has absolutely anything. Everything. It is just so versatile. Can do everything. When you're defending, it's so hard to break down because you've got 5 players in defence. You can be aggressive with the centre-back because get the extra centre-back to cover you. You've got 3 midfielders in front of your back 5 that make you hard to break down. You get width from the overlapping full-backs or wing-backs. That's the key. You need to have join the attack overlap on your wing-backs. It is not at all a defensive formation. If you have not already seen it, go and watch my 5-3-2 tactic video where I share my tactics and explain exactly how to use it, the type of players you want. That'll show you how great the formation is. I'll show you in-game examples of it. It is a very attacking formation, but still amazing defensively, and people don't expect that. 2 strikers up front is always great with those formations. The 3 centre mids give you lots of possession options. They're going to help you defending. It is just so balanced. I play 5-5 balanced, 5-5 with this, but you could maybe go drop back, lower your depth if you want to be more defensive. You could go press after possession loss, up the depth if you want to be more attacking. It is very versatile, and you can change the tactic around to suit you and how you want to play. So coming in at number 1, we have the 5-3-2. Like I say, go check out my recent video on that. I'm probably going to do another video on it in the next week where I tell you, go through each position and talk about the very best players for each one and maybe do some squad builders on it. Guys, those are, in my opinion, the top 5 formations right now. Countdown list again. We had number 5, the 4-2-2. Number 4, the 4-3-1-2. Number 3, the 4-2-3-1. Number 2, the 4-4-2, second variation. And number 1, the 5-3-2. Do you agree with this tier list? Do you like it? Oh, not tier list, this top 5. Have you used these formations? Is there one that you think I'm missing out on that you think should get put in this list? Let me know. Appreciate you guys' support as always. And make sure you tune in later for the Rate Your Team's video that I've done to see if your team got in there. Peace.